have established the theory of matter all around us. They've introduced the idea of genetic cloning and the concepts of mathematics and physics. And they also helped prove all the theories in all of physics. But with all that knowledge, they can't even explain how mass exists. Without mass, nothing would exist. You wouldn't exist. And more importantly, I wouldn't exist. Now, LHC.UK of June 2012 explains that it took 38,000 tons of material, $10 billion, and 50 years of hard work to find the concept of mass. On July 5th, 2012, LAtimes.com stated that the theory of the Higgs boson has become a reality. Now, scientists have found out the concept of mass. You're going to learn today about the Higgs boson, how it was discovered, and why it's so important. Now, before we discuss about the importance of the Higgs boson, let's talk about the Higgs boson. The Daily UK reported on December 13, 2012, that Peter Higgs was the first to propose the theory of the Higgs boson in the early 1960s. The Higgs boson is also known as the particles that create what is called the Higgs field. And the Higgs field gives each particle in the universe its own specific mass. In a research article, FNAL.gov in March 2004 stated that subatomic particles and atomic particles are called protons, neutrons, electrons, quarks, and leptons. And no, these aren't words from one of Dr. Seuss's books. It also states that the standard model is the relationship between the Higgs boson and gives rise to the universe meaning. So, the Higgs boson and the standard particle go hand in hand, kind of like milk and chocolate. You need both to have a good snack, so you need both to explain the universe. So, in a related article, it also explains that the Higgs boson has, let's just explain it in a more simpler analogy. All right, so you have the Higgs boson, and it's created by what is called the Higgs field. The Higgs field is a body of water that explains the whole universe. Now, the body of water is made up of fish, has fish all around it, and the particles, the fish are what is known as the particles. And you can use the fish are particles, and, okay, hold up. So there's fish, right? And they're made out of particles, and you use them, and they have each mass, and they're affected by the water. So the water affects each fish. So you can take the fish as atomic particles that have each mass. So now that we know something about the Higgs boson, hopefully, we can talk about the discovery of the Higgs boson. All right, so the Higgs boson's discovery was found on the news article, and also this is the LHC, the Large Hadron Collider. Now, as you can see, it's kind of confusing, but I'll explain it right now. The Large Hadron Collider is a large machine that's weighted 38,000 tons, and 38,000 tons. So let's take this machine for a spin. Now, there's two sets of protons that go in each direction, and they collide at 4 different spots. At these collisions, the scientists will figure out the location of the Higgs boson. The trail that the colliders leave will be representative of what the Higgs boson looks like. The news article on BBC.UK on July 4, 2012 says that the traces of the Higgs boson can be found because of these traces the protons leave. Now that we know how the Higgs boson was discovered, we can talk about the importance of the Higgs boson. The Science Web IDCA.in reported on July 9, 2012 that without the Higgs boson, mass wouldn't exist. So that means everything would be moving at light speed. You, me, we would all be moving at light speed. We would be just as fast as Usain Bolt. That's how fast we would be. That's pretty cool, right? So now that we know, the Higgs boson explains that we can explain gravity. Before, gravity couldn't be explained fully, to its full extent. Now that the Higgs boson is there, gravity can be explained. According to the Next Web of 2012, 99% of scientists are sure that this particle that they found is known as the Higgs boson. So now that we know that the Higgs boson exists, we can explain the Big Bang Theory and what happened before it. Maybe in the future, we'll have a prequel to the Big Bang Theory show, maybe the Higgs boson theory. We've talked about the Higgs boson, how it was discovered, and why it's so important. Great, we now know that mass exists and that we all exist, and that scientists have found out that they can add another discovery to all the theories that they've been looking for. This is a great triumph in human curiosity. The Canada article on July 11, 2012 states that this is because of this worldwide effort of all the scientists in the world, we've been able to achieve a great step in man's discovery. And now, all we needed was a little determination, a little hard work, and $10 billion. Thank you.